400 parents can't be wrong. Sometimes the best way to learn is to learn from people's mistakes. And today, we are learning from 400 empty nesters, things they wish they did differently. It's gonna be good. Hey people, welcome back to Mommy Sauce. Let's get right into this article because nothing is more annoying than people who take forever to get to the point of the video. You send a title, you know what this video is about, and you know I'm very happy to see you. So let's get right into it. 400 empty nesters were asked, if you were to look back on your parenting, if you were to reflect, what are some of your regrets? What are some advice you would give? This was shocking. A few did regret being too lenient, but a lot more regretted being too harsh and too impatient. You better be listening up, mamas. Impatient, I'm not surprised because when it comes to patience and parenting, there's a reason why they both start with P. Okay, they're the same. P-A-P-A, right? I'm deep, you know. But when it comes to the harsh, that's a lesson. That's a lesson for us to learn. Listen, harsh is a harsh word, but sometimes I feel like I'm constantly parenting. Like we're constantly trying to make sure you're raising good kids. But sometimes it feels like maybe it's too much, too many rules. A lot of parents regret being too harsh. I think our fear of our kids turning out wrong, God forbid, but our fear of not having a good outcome. You can parent too tightly. You're trying to pull rules. Like relax with those rules. There are two other regrets. The second one I think is key and has been my guiding light when it comes to parenting. Some parents wish they did more teaching, such as teaching how to cook basic meals, do household chores, wash clothes, and manage anxiety and stress. If my regret is teaching them how to cook meals in today's day of YouTube, it's not a regret. Do household chores. When your house starts smelling, you figure it out. Not a regret. Wash clothes. When you have Samsung wash and dry, not a regret. How to manage anxiety and stress in post 2023, in today's age of the way our world is right now. This, I think, is huge. We need to teach our kids the tools to manage stress better, the tools to even keep from getting to that part where anxiety paralyzes you. We need to teach them the skills. Now, how are we going to teach them the skills when our level of anxiety when we were their age is nowhere close to what it is right now in our current world, right? Which means we need to do some reading. We need to do some, rather than scrolling on Instagram and TikTok and doing them dance, we need to learn how to do that, how to manage anxiety and stress. We may not experience anxiety. Everyone experiences stress. How are you handling your stress around your kid? That moment when you're doing a video and you get the message yourself. How are we handling our anxiety? Oh, you should see me when we're running late. Oh my God. When we're running late to anywhere. My kids said, I can't surprise them. They know we're going somewhere because I get into the zone of, I have to do this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. No one talk to me, I'm doing this. Yeah. Because we can read all we want, right? Our kids learn the most by what we're not saying. It's by what they see, right? Oh, Lordy. Okay, I'm going to leave this in the video. Because this is real. I'm actually getting the message myself. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. The way we handle stress. Ooh, another one just hit me. It just hit me. Okay. If you're a mom of 4, 3 and up, but it could happen when you have to. For me, it's mostly once I had 3 kids, that was when it started hitting me or happening. When something is happening with one or with 2 at the same time, or there's chaos, or there's fight, siblings fight, how are you handling it? How are you, or are you calm and handle? How are you handling stress? Or let's move away from that. You get back from work, dinner, shower, blah, 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 all this. This is all stressful moment. You see how eloquent I am with my words? All stressful moments, right? What are they seeing? How are they seeing mommy handle that situation? How are they seeing daddy handle that situation? How are they seeing Loveth handle when we're running late once again? So let's fix it because 400 parents cannot be wrong. If this is a regret that they had, this is major. If you're not able to teach your kids how to handle stress and anxiety, you're not setting them up right, right? And it will come back and bite you in your behind, right? Okay. Now, this is a major one that I heard another it was actually I think Andy, I can't remember his name. If I find it, I'll put a link in the description. This is something he talked about, and ever since I heard it, it's just made me think, yes, that's what we should focus on. Other parents regretted not doing enough to build the parent-child relationship, wishing they were less busy, attended more activities, listened more trips together, and allowing themselves to have more fun with their children. So many goodies in here. Building the parent-child relationship. I heard that guy, Andy, he's a pastor. I can't remember his name. And he said when he was parenting, they are also empty nesters. Their main goal was building relationship. So everything they did, it all came down to how does this fall into our goal of building relationship, from prioritizing time to even the way they disciplined and the way they set boundaries. It all centered around what is the end goal? What do we want to achieve here? Relationship with our kids. Because, right now we're the boss, right? Yeah. We can have consequences for them not doing stuff, which is, whatever mode of parenting you use, be it gentle parenting, be it helicopter parenting, be it car ride parenting, whatever. Right now we're in that phase where we're teaching them, no, you don't do this. Yes, you do this. You didn't do this after we said you should do it 3 times. Here's a consequence. No screen time for so. Oh, if your kids are older, I don't know what you do, ground them, whatever. We can be so swallowed up, from my experience anyway, we can be so swallowed up in that, trying to right and wrong, that we lose this major part, which is building the relationship. Part of how you build it is attending more activities, having more fun with your children. Having more fun with your children. Fun isn't about the quantity of time, it's more of the quality of time, right? Wishing they would be less busy, listened more trips together. And you can go from non-expensive trip to expensive, so it doesn't really have to do with money. Yes, the one way you spend money is fun and all, but it doesn't necessarily have to do with spending so much money. I think the difficulty is just, as parents, Monday through Friday we have other, we have work and all, and then come weekends we're tired, right? And so the thought of on Saturday getting up and going somewhere or doing something, it's like, I just want to rest. And if we're not rested, we're not happy, and so then we're not happy parents. You do need your rest, you do. So we're going to have to find balance, but maybe find a way, maybe once a month on a Saturday, rather than just sitting home all day and doing all the to-dos. Maybe once a month, go somewhere with the kids. At the end of it all, i.e., when our kids go to college and we're no longer 24/7 parents, this is all we have left, is that relationship. So to me, this is the primary thing. So whatever it is we're doing, whatever methods we're using, let's make sure that it gets us to this end goal of having a good relationship with our children. 45% of the empty nesters, which is 180 people, I did the math, felt that parenting was more or much more difficult than they expected. I think that just made a lot of people feel better. 45%. I think it's because maybe a lot of them didn't know what they were getting into. Some of us went into it with our eyes open. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. It was going to be worth it, but it's not going to be all, what we see on social media. Some of us knew. Now, just because it's much more difficult doesn't mean they didn't enjoy it. They're just saying, surprisingly, it was much more difficult than they thought it would be. So if you're feeling like it's difficult, it's normal. Be strong. Do whatever you need to do to be in a better space and to get the energy to do it. Carve out some time for you. Make sure you're finding time to refresh and to regroup so that you can show up. There's nothing more painful like hearing child abuse and all that. And I'm just like, let's not even go into that. All right, here's another interesting number. 3%, only 3% rated themselves as excellent parent. Only, I did the math, 12. 12 out of 400 parents rated themselves as excellent parents. It makes me want to contact these guys and go, were people just being humble? Or is this one of those jobs where, there's always, you could have always been better? But I think it's quite low. Only 12 people out of, imagine 400 people. Or perhaps maybe they thought excellent was the max. And some of us will never give ourselves the max because there's always room for improvement. So, all right, let's take that with a grain of salt. I wonder if this is one of those things where we dwell so much on what we're not doing right because, some of us are just afraid of making mistakes and we're not looking at what we're doing right. There's several moments where my girls have made me feel so like, all right, I'm doing a good job. Like one of them, I don't even know. I think I was taking a nap. It was a Saturday. I was taking a nap. Hubby had passed out on the couch and my girls, all three of them did dishes. Now I know, listen, I have 9, 8, 4. For some of you, your 9-year-old, I mean, they can paint the whole, I understand. But you know what was impressive to me is that we did not tell them to do that. That's what I was impressed by was not their ability to wash dishes. It was the fact that they did it on their own. I felt like I'm doing something right. Their dad felt so proud to you, like, okay, we're doing something good. We're doing something right, So many moments where I'm like, they do something and I'm like, so take from this what you need. If parenting matters to you, then you definitely want to learn from people who have gone through it. And for me, I value more the regrets than I do things that they've done right. Because we regret, once we call it regret, we've both agreed that this is something I wish I did better. So there's no more pretending or trying to come out as, So I take regrets a lot. I learn more from that than what you did right in some cases. Because if I don't know your kids, I can't really take it 100%. I take it only 50%. Because you can tell me all those things you did great, but maybe if I know your kids, I'll know, ma'am. Sorry. No, that's not how it is. So, but when it comes to regret, there's no pretending that you're saying a regret. So this is something you did not do. What I'm taking away is teaching them how to manage anxiety and stress by how I manage stress in front of them and focusing on building the parent-child relationship. That, got to remember that in the midst of the 24 hours of messy house, pick up your room 10 times, you didn't pick it up, and, all that, they're trying to raise responsible kids, focusing on parent-child relationship. Well, people, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate seeing you guys here, and thank you for giving me your eyes and your ears. I will see you in the next video. Bye.